Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Busy. So we coming at y'all with all signs real quick. One card pull each sign just to see right now what lessons you guys are experiencing or going through. So we're gonna start with Aries. Fear. So Aries, you guys are dealing with fear right now. Well, that's the lesson that you guys are, well, the lesson is that I am testing. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So now you think about fear, right? When you living in fear, or you thinking in fear, wherever you moving out of fear, right? It's gonna be blocking you versus then allowing that flow, because that love is gonna allow the flow. Versus fear, it creates stagnancy, right? Fear is a low vibration. Love is a high vibration. Higher vibrational things move more fluidly versus then lower stagnant energy is more stiff, stuck. So working on not keeping yourself mentally stuck, meaning like not letting like mental fears or like past things trigger fears in you, but learning to maneuver through these fears and try to fly away. Because it was like a baby bird and it's like still flying. All right, so we're moving on to Taurus. What lesson at this current time is Taurus experiencing or going through? Happiness. It says, I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. So the lesson that you guys could also be learning at this time too is, I guess, like seeing where you guys are, like meaning like if you feel that you are happy and you moving in the right direction, then like you good, right? But if you don't feel happy, if you don't feel content, if everything is kind of like draining, it's not, then you're not on the right path, or you're not doing something that you need to be doing or shouldn't be doing, you know? All right, moving on to Gemini. What lessons is Gemini currently learning or experiencing right now? Or what lesson is Gemini's soul experiencing at this time? Denial. It says, I acknowledge my fear but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So I'm kind of getting with this is like when fear comes up, like so it makes me think about this saying. It's like, it's a card, but it says face fear with confidence. But in this sense, it said, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness, right? So this could be like, and think about denial, right? When you think about denial, you think about like avoiding a truth. So like you're being in denial about what's the truth, or so there could possibly be something that you guys are having fears about, or like having this like fear of the truth or something possibly. But I feel like the more that you bring your awareness to this truth or this fear of this truth, yeah, it's gonna bring a judgment. Even though I'm not supposed to pull one card, but maybe this is another lesson, because it says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. So I feel like you're gonna be also learning a lesson that like so maybe you could have been understanding something from one perspective, but now you're getting like a deeper perspective. Like, look at this. Like, I'm seeing how like this is like a little star. You guys probably can't see it, but like, it's like a star, right? But then on here, it's like, so, but this gives me more inner. So there could be something that like you're gonna finally understand or understand, or you're gonna have or whatever lesson you're going through right now. Yeah. It's got something to do with like you understanding or learning a lesson when it comes to you and another person. All right, moving on to Cancer. What lessons is Cancer experiencing, or what lessons is the Cancer souls experiencing at this time? Regret. I know that I cannot change the past. So, Cancers, you guys could be in regret. Hold on, what popped out? A whole bunch of cards, but I feel like you guys could possibly be in regret about a choice that you made or something that you didn't do. And I'm kind of getting this energy of like, you kind of want to right your wrong with something, but I feel like you're in this heavy regret energy, so it's not allowing you to like say what you want to say. I just heard get clear with what you want to say before you say it. So this could be giving me the energy of like, because it looks like hearts. It's weird, but it looks like heart, like little hearts. So this could have been something dealing with love, or like that you got, like you have love for someone, but like you didn't show it. I heard say it, but I heard show it after that. So it could have been like you didn't say it, you didn't show it. So you're living in this regret. That's crazy. I wasn't finna say that. I was finna say, so now you're experiencing regret. But so you could be living in regret, because that's kind of crazy. Because when I did pull this card out, I did kind of say in the beginning a little bit. I said, well, I don't think I said it, but I heard when I was like, okay, what are they experiencing like right now? But I heard for the time being. So that could be a significance too. So this may be something that you've been dealing with for a while, or like you're going to be dealing with for a while if you don't make a choice to, I just heard put pride aside and see truth. Failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Yeah, because I feel like you're realizing that like so this is what the regret was supposed to also bring up, right? So let's say this regret is now getting you to realize that like, you did fail, you failed at something, right? And that's okay, because within you failing, it says, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So now you're learning from you fucking up. I have to say it like that because that's the kind of, I'm getting it. That's how I'm getting it. So you're learning the lesson now. And let this opportunity, understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So let this opportunity of you messing something up or you getting something wrong to know how to get it right, or to do something the right way. All right, that's all I got for y'all, Cancers. Moving on to Leo. So what lesson is Leo soul currently experiencing at this time? I just heard nothing but good shit. That's crazy. But peace. Well, I guess that would make sense, right? Nothing but good shit. It says, I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. So I get that you guys are also learning how to balance it out, okay? And then 2 cards popped out, relationship and freedom and pride. So there could have been like a situation that was keeping you away from like your like higher love, because I'm seeing where it says on the relationship cards, it says I'm attracted to those that serve my highest good. So you think about it, be certain people or situations that you have in your life, they tend to pull you away from your peace. But I feel like you're finding this balance with the freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So I feel like you're understanding that like it's not about not having a relationship, it's not about not having something, but it's about learning how to balance. Because here goes the pride, right? It says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. You think about if someone has pride and ego, right? They're probably more like being more in a selfish energy, right? Versus if you're not really in that energy and you're like in the opposite of pride, or like you got good pride, it's like you know how to put your pride aside to, I heard make something work, but then I also was getting be alone. Yeah, because you had to like really, you had to get to a point where you had to discipline yourself about seeing something a certain way, like viewing something a certain way, feeling like something was only going to be a certain way. But I feel like now you're learning to explore the possibilities of like how you, because if you look at this, like I'm just not realizing it, but it's a bunch of eyes on here where it looks like eyes. So that could have also been something that had been like a struggle, or yeah, because you had like a lot of doubt that someone wasn't going to see something a certain way, or you had like a doubt that you weren't going to be able to see something a certain way. But what I'm getting with the peace, yeah, but this peace changed your doubts. Like you had to change your doubts to get to this peace. But what I'm picking up on though too is I release all negative energy. So whatever negative energy was surrounding you or trying to stop you from getting to this higher level or your higher self or a higher love, you let go of all negative energy. So now all good stuff is coming to you because you released all bad. All right, so that's all I got for y'all, Leo. Hope that resonated. I think that was a good one out of a lot of the ones we pulled already. But I'm not saying that anybody is better than anybody else, right? Because that's the illusion too. And then what do we talk about? The pride, right? So sometimes people can be too prideful. So also watch out to not be as prideful, because everyone, and what it says, I love everyone and I see everyone as me. So think about that. And that's really like crown chakra energy. Like all is one energy. So remember that. All right, moving on to Virgo. What lesson right now is Virgo experiencing or learning at this current time? I keep seeing this card, and if it pop out when I shuffle, it's gonna be crazy, but that's gonna be big confirmation. All right, let's get one. All right, what lesson right now is Virgo experiencing or learning? Envy. I am the same as everyone, but with challenges. So the energy I'm kind of getting with this one, straight off the bat, is, okay, so you got to think about how, like, all right, we're all human, right? We're all living on this earth. We're all growing. We're all changing and evolving and shifting. Or, you know, everyone's been through something in this life that has brought them to whatever point they're in their life, whether it be sad, happy, not feeling fulfilled. You know, everything that has happened to this point has brought us to a certain point within our life. But the thing that we get caught up on is like when we start getting to the envy, and that's root chakra energy too. You get in this energy where you feel like, damn, their life is going better, theirs is doing this, theirs is doing that, and you lose focus of like seeing how, and I'm getting this something dealing with like being through the same thing as someone else. So it's like when you've been through the same thing as someone else, or someone else has been through the same thing as you have a better understanding of realizing like, but even though we didn't grow up the same way, even though we didn't have the same this, we didn't have the same that, but we both still have these same experiences that, you know, have really triggered us or have brought us to this point. So I'm realizing, so there's something that you guys can be realizing as well, that someone's not as different to you as you think they are. Someone is literally like the same, like, okay, I'm kind of getting, it's kind of energy of like when they be like, oh, like this is your like, or they be like, this is just another version of you. It's kind of giving me like that energy, right? But they have different challenges. So the same things that you struggle with may not be the same thing that someone else struggles with. So don't be envious thinking that like someone else's life is better or someone else's life is actually going a certain way, because that person could be dealing with their own things the way that you're dealing with your own things too, right? But if we look at it from this envious standpoint, then you're envying how someone else, so let's say somebody else, like think about how the people that be successful, and people be like, dang, I want to be just like them. But the other people got all that money, but they could be sad as fuck. People can have their person and still be not fulfilled. It's just somebody to have. So you got to always not look at certain things and think like, oh, they're better, or like, because that envy start kicking in. But when you learn a lesson that I am the same as everybody else, but with different challenges, you start understanding that like, okay, but I am just kind of like them, but these are just things that I've been through. These are just things that are stopping me or that are blocking me, you know, that I can probably work through, that I can probably, I know that I cannot change the past. Like, so I'm kind of getting working through, so I'm kind of getting also like working through things that have happened. Meaning, like, okay, so if we think about think about the challenges that you've been through, right? You can't go back and change like what you've been through. You have to kind of move through what you have been through and accept that those experiences were the ones that you needed to bring you to this point. Think about what we just said, right? Going through those things brought you to this point. Meaning whatever happened brought you to this point. And you have to remember that. And remember that I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. So what are your challenges, or what are things that you feel like you struggle with? You know, what are those things that come up for you that make you feel, doubts? I release the need to know all the answers. But within needing to, this is crazy. I had this revelation earlier. It was basically how sometimes like we be looking for the answers, but sometimes we need to ask ourselves the questions to get those answers, you know? So that requires you to like self-dive and like self-discover and like have more of those one-on-one times with yourself. I just heard because it's gonna bring a newfound peace. Because you gotta remember, I am the same as everybody. So I'm really getting this energy that like it's giving me this energy of like getting out of this envious energy of thinking like that someone else's life is better, and start realizing that like, okay, no, it's not that their life is better. It's like I see what I can create as well if I only do X, Y, and Z. But remember what we said, working through the challenges, right? Because those are the things. We're the same as everybody, but we got different challenges that may hold us back more than it doesn't hold somebody else back. And it's just about understanding that. All right, so moving on to Libra. What lesson right now is Libra experiencing or going through? That's crazy. But why did y'all even say, I don't know, I'm just trying to figure it out? That's crazy. So Libra, what y'all got going on? Denial. Libra, what do y'all know the truth about something, but y'all are avoiding the truth? Why? I mean, I know why, because I just heard why, but why are y'all avoiding the truth? What happened? Or what do y'all feel happened? Yes, Libra, I'm talking to y'all. So I'm waiting on y'all to answer. I mean, I know this is a video, but I'm pretty sure like when you guys watch this, like someone's gonna be like, oh, you're talking to me? And it's like, yeah, like, you know, what are you not seeing the truth of? And all these cards are this color between yellow and self-esteem deals with solar plexus. So there's something that you guys are avoiding, knowing that like you guys know the truth about something, but you guys are avoiding that truth. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So somebody could be spiritual. So Libra, y'all could know that y'all spiritual, or like you had this feeling that you spiritual, but like you're kind of afraid that I feel such a shy energy. So you could be afraid to like tap into the side of yourself because you're afraid of what's gonna happen. But you want to expand. And think about it, these cards are lesson cards for your soul. So the first one out was saying, I acknowledge my fear and I replace it with insight of awareness, right? Self-esteem, solar plexus. I possess the gifts of the soul. So this is more identity. And then this is more of like wanting to discover more of identity. And that's kind of what happens like when you start going down this, when you do jump down that rabbit hole within spirituality, like you will self-discover and you will find a lot of things about you. And it's gonna like shock you sometimes how much you see like who you are or like what's about you. But that's how you find like your sense of self and your gifts and who you are. So don't give up. Trust that you do have what it takes, and it is part of your path. This is your confirmation that this is your path. Like, so hope that resonated. Whoever this resonated for Libra, comment down. All right, so moving on to, so we did Libra, I think Scorpio. Moving on to Scorpio. Scorpio, so what at this time are you guys, so I'm also getting to, you had to do something from a different angle or a different perspective, because the way I was showing it like this, I didn't feel like it got the shine. But when I put it like this, and plus I could see a reflection off the card, so there could have been something that you guys did, Scorpio, or you guys are finally learning that like you have the power to create your reality, and that gives you a sense of freedom. Like, I can really create whatever I want. I can do whatever I want, but not the like bad. I can do whatever I want. Like, I can do whatever I want, but like more like I can do whatever I want. Like, I can create whatever I want. And so I feel like you guys had this newfound sense of freedom, but you got to make sure that you put it up right so that you can shine with the, you know. But if you do, I'm getting something about it's the way you do something. You got to keep doing something the way that allows you to shine, because that's the only way you're gonna be able to see your happiness, is when you can shine. Boom. All right, that's all I got for you, Scorpio. Moving on to Sag. What lesson is Sag soul? Sag soul? I was trying to say Sag soul experiencing. Sagittarius. What? So okay. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, you're funny, Sag. Hold on. Okay, so I got the humor card out. I choose to see the lighter side of life. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And that's crazy. I was sitting here I was letting the energy flow with the cards, and then before I could even say it, the doubt card came out. But what I had a doubt thought of like, I don't even know what that means. Or like, I don't even know. I like, that's kind of the energy I got. Like, it was a doubt. So you guys could also be realizing what doubts and fears are, or what doubts and fears look like. Because I choose to focus on the lighter side of life, meaning like you're having more positive thoughts about like what can happen. And that is a good combo, right? With the perseverance, I know what I can do. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So that's you getting into this energy of realizing like, okay, when I focus on good shit happens. Or like when I focus on my goals, shit happens, right? But when I focus on these doubts, right, that's when I step away from being in that energy, judgment. Because that's what you bring in yourself. So it's about learning how to master your thoughts. If you're choosing more positive thoughts and you pushing through, like look at that green around the throat chakra, around the heart, around the crown, around the mind. So like you get into this heart and mind, because you know the purple kind of is more such to the crown, and then blue is like intuition, but then the green taps back into the heart. But if you look in the center, so it's like it keeps interchanging. So it's making me think like there needs to be a balance between the way your mind and heart. So like the things that you feel, right? Think about your heart is the feel, right? But then your mind is think. So if you feeling things into your mind, so it's like you can start feeling things, and your mind will start doing its thing. I don't know. But you need to start focusing on more positive thoughts. No more doubts. More positive. No more doubts. No more fears. Positive. No more doubts. No more fears. Only positive. No more doubts. No more fears. Only positive. Maybe that's the affirmation you need to say. No more doubts. No more fears. Only positive. And that's going to help you transform. That's all I got to say. Moving on next time. All right, Capricorn. What lesson is Capricorn experiencing at this time or learning? So, okay, Okay. I'm feeling this energy right off the bat. Okay, so the card I thought that was honesty, but what I was kind of getting before I saw the honesty card was like, I didn't hear tell the truth, but it was something I heard that when I saw this card, it confirmed it. That's why I laughed. So you guys are realizing that, and on this card it says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So I'm kind of getting this energy that you guys are going to be stepping more in your truth. You guys are going to be stepping more into like just saying what you got to say, do what you got to do. And it's not, I'm getting, it's not this energy of like to hurt anybody, but it's more out of an energy to just make sure that you're being authentic, make sure that you're being yourself, that you're being you. Yeah, balance. Throat chakra again. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Yeah, because you think about judgment, right? A lot of people have a hard time trying to understand themselves because it's this fear of judgment, fear of being judged. Like if everybody see how this, if you see this, if you think this about me, if I hear this, like, so a lot of people will be more like they live with this energy of not being able to be in comfortable and confident within themselves, right? But you have this balance of being able to like speak your truth, but like be you, but like you do it without this like you may, okay, put it like this, you may have fears, or you may have started with fears, but now you're at a point in your life where like you know how to like balance out like the fears that come up in the actual what you need to do, or your actual truth, or like what do you like where you need to be going with things. Like you're being more honest with yourself, but like think about what it said though too. The card, I'm saying you being honest with yourself, but looking at the card, it says I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself, and that's growth. That's growth. So you guys are growing, like Capricorn. Like the lesson, I know this is like a lesson, like what lesson you experiencing, but I feel like you moving through your lessons. And I feel like maybe one of the biggest lessons was to just be honest, or like keep it a buck. And then you got to think with the balance, right? I do so without judgment. And that's where a lot of people don't really say their truth, right? Because they're afraid of being judged or somebody else gonna fail you, right? They're afraid that something ain't gonna go the way they want to go. But if you being honest with yourself, and I said this in another video, like it's not always important about like worrying about what the other person gonna say. Sometimes it's just about more so saying what you gotta say, you know, and letting that be that. So that's all I got for y'all, Cat Boot on Aquarius. So what lessons right now is Aquarius experiencing or going through? I heard going through because at any time something could change. So worry. I am learning that worrying doesn't change an outcome. And then think about what we just said, right? What I just said, because anything can like happen, right? Or anything can change. Or I say anything, whichever one it was, right? But with the worrying card coming out, that confirms what I just said. So I feel like, all right. So you gotta just release like this control of like how things are gonna happen or work out, because the more you attach to an outcome, the further away something's gonna be. Because you're worrying, you're stressing about it, you're not giving the energy and time to flow to you, versus like you're trying to chase it so it's flowing away, or like you're worrying about it so you're manifesting it not working out. Be more grateful for the things that do happen. So like let's say if there are certain things that you want to go your way, be grateful for those things that do. So when the times that the things don't go your way, but see, that's the lesson you're learning though, right? To not worry about when things don't go your way. And trust that it's gonna come your way. So you're learning a huge lesson about like also being patient, but like also receiving, but also like learning how not to stress or worry about what's not happening or what didn't happen. Because remember what I said before, right? Anything could change it, or like anything could happen. So it's like never be in the energy of like being caught up about what didn't happen. And that's just discipline, right? I can accomplish what I set my mind to, right? So that's working through mental blocks. Yeah. I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings, literally. So something ending possibly could affect you, but it's all about mindset. So it's like when you finally get to this mindset of realizing like something ended so that something new can happen for you, you'll understand. And I know it sounds so vague and it just sounds so like, oh, it had to end, so, you know, but I'm kind of getting, but Theo, you learning this lesson, you'll kind of see like why maybe something had to end, or why you had to kind of just let something be. Because I just heard it wouldn't have been free. So something wouldn't have been free. So something would have came at a cost anyway. All right, moving on to Pisces, the final sign. Okay. So Pisces, I'm taking a little time with y'all because the way these cards just came out, I want to kind of do this the right way because I'm feeling something. Okay, so you guys need to be grateful for opportunities that are coming to your life at this time, because okay, I'm just gonna put this how I got it right. So we got the happiness card, right? And it says that, you know, I am aware that being happy means I'm on the right path. But then we have failure, love, purpose, courage. And on the other side, we come out with indecision, which this is the intuition card, but it says, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. But these are the two cards that are flipped right, but all these other cards were the ones that were like sideways. So this is the in-between. The happiness and decision. And this could also deal about like you're stuck between the indecision, or you're learning a lesson about using your intuition, because part of it is, yeah, what makes you happy, but then the other part is like, you know, trusting from the soul of like what's to be, what's not. So it could be between something dealing with love and failing. I mean, I'm saying failing because it says failure, but I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. I understand that a mistake is an opportunity to learn. On the other two cards, it says courage and purpose. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. I know what I'm here to do. Now, these cards can be all together, but what I'm kind of getting is like it's because with the indecision popping out on the back side, it gives me like the energy of there's something that you're like stuck at a choice between. Like, and it could possibly, one could deal with like love, and then the other could deal with like your purpose, or like, you know, what you're here to do. But I'm kind of getting that like everything coincides though. That's the thing. Like something works together for the other to work together, but there could be like some like regrets. Yeah, so I'm getting like, you didn't trust yourself the first time, so that's definitely what the indecision is here. I didn't trust myself the first time, but I'm seeing now that I have to. So someone could finally be seeing like what they need to do, or like what's the right thing to do. Yeah, so somebody has like a fear of failing at love. But then here we go, right? With the courage card, it literally says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. And remember, I know what I'm here to do. So it's like you have the power to make something work. Okay, so maybe these cards are together, right? You have the power to make something. It's something dealing with like love and fears and love, or like, but then the first card out was I am thankful for this life and the opportunity. So maybe the situation that you're experiencing is something that you need for your soul's growth, but like you're having a hard time, like, yeah, this is kind of giving me that shy energy again. Like you're having a hard time kind of like saying your truth, or like, so it may be a fear around like, I guess saying how you feel, or like how happy you are with someone. How love just doesn't work. And then the card I pull out is fear. So maybe somebody has a fear that like love doesn't work out. Like you need to face this fear that love doesn't work out. I know that I'm never alone. Yeah, because I'm kind of getting the energy of like you don't want to be alone, but then like you kind of have fears of being in a relationship. So it like blocks you from making a decision. But that's the lesson that you're moving through to understand. Like, but what is the biggest, like, what is my, like, yes, I have this fear of love, but like, what am I exactly fearing? Or like, what is it that I'm scared for it to happen or scared to happen? What am I really truly fearful of when it comes to love? Or is it about getting lost in love? Or like, I feel like you're trying to figure out, like, and that's crazy. I'm putting these cards in here, then the two cards that flip out is courage, freedom, imagination, empathy. I embraced and I that was so embarrassing. I embrace and nourish the creative aspects of my mind. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So I'm definitely getting this energy of like, y'all are finally realizing that like you gotta just take a chance on something. You kind of gotta just try. If you don't try, then nothing will do anything. And I feel like you're learning this now. I just heard I'm finally seeing clear. So you're finally getting the bigger picture of something. It was never about needing it, but it was about understanding it. I like that. And what pop out again? That's crazy. And then growth, abundance. I just heard love is the source. Love is your true source. Those chakra. So you need to understand that, like, love is your true source. So, literally. So you could be a light worker, possibly. Like, for me to say love is your true source, that means, like all you know is love. So why are you scared of love when all you know is love? So I feel like, last card popping out. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Shuffled and it's still at the bottom. You guys are going to find peace in when you finally get somewhere. So like something's going to happen and you finally get somewhere and then you're going to realize like, okay, like you're going to find a way to something. But when you find your way, it's going to be peaceful. Or you're going to finally be at peace. Perseverance still at the bottom and I've been shuffling. So yeah, you got to sit. So something is going to allow you to get clear on what you want or want to do or need to do. All right, thank you guys for tuning into this All Signs. I hope this helps someone out there, you know, with whatever lessons right now you guys are experiencing or going through. Subscribe, turn the bell notification so when I post new readings. Just take it one day at a time, y'all. Like whatever lessons you're going through, not going through, still just take it one day at a time and don't beat yourself up about where you are at or not at, because we're all on this journey, right? But yeah, we're all on this journey. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. All these lessons that you're going through is meant for you to learn so you can expand and evolve and grow. we all come here for a reason. We all come here for a purpose, but a lot of times we get lost in that purpose because of the world that we're living.